Hello there, welcome to Emerald House of Cars, and today I'm going to take you around this 2012 Volkswagen Sharan. It's a 2-litre diesel in silver, TDI, 5 doors, but 2 of them slide, and it could fit potentially up to 7 people very comfortably. Let's have ourselves a look around. First things first, of course, are our gorgeous set of headlights, as you can see there on the left and the right. You come on down, and just underneath them we have this beautiful black bumper all the way across, and of course we are bookending our gorgeous Volkswagen front grille set in the black with the beautiful chrome line and the chrome badge all there as well. Now the vehicle itself comes in silver. It is a massive 7-seat vehicle, massive silver bonnet you can see there, and massive windscreen with a chip, scratch, anything of the sort. The only thing that we ever have on any of our windscreens is a tick, and that's a big green Emerald House of Cars approval, big green tick right there. That means that this vehicle right here has undergone our 128-point Emerald inspection. Not just undergone it, but it's passed each and every one of those points of inspection and is officially A1 medically cleared and certified. I should say mechanically, not medically. I mean, I'm pretty sure the car's not sick either, but yeah, it's mechanically cleared. Let's have a look down the side of the vehicle, and you can see beautiful tinted glass. You can see gorgeous straight lines in the bodywork all the way up and down. We have this lovely silver wing mirror there with our service indicator built in as well. We come around here under the wheel arch and we'll have a look ourselves at our lovely alloys on this Sharan. And as you can see, they come in silver as well, and they're in very, very lovely jubbly condition all the way around. Although we are starting to get very minor signs of cosmetic blemishing right there in the middle. But looking at it from here, looking at the miles on the clock, which we will see for sure a bit later on, it's a wonderful sign of how sensibly the car has been looked after and maintained. Let's follow our straight side skirt all the way down. Check out our other alloy, and again, 2 for 2. You are starting to see more of a blemishing right there in the middle. But again, for the age of the car, for the amount of miles on it, I believe it's an 8-year-old car, that is a wonderful sign. Coming up around the back here, again you can see the beautiful tinted glass. You can see that both sides of the car do come with a sliding door, and in fact, let's open him up. There you go, nice and easy. Didn't have to put a lot of effort into that, just slid across willy-nilly, not a problem there whatsoever, and you can see it holds in place perfectly, just as they should. Coming back here, you see we have tinted glass in the back. We have our rear wiper as well. We've got our beautiful tail lights, as you can see there on the right, and another one there on the left, and they match our headlights perfectly because again, they're in phenomenal condition, no scratchy scuffs, marks, anything of the sort. And of course our trifecta of chrome badges, the Sharan, the Volkswagen, and the 2-litre TDI Blue Motion, all there in phenomenal condition. Let's open ourselves up and check out the boot space on offer. Now this of course is with all 7 seats in there, and you can see we still have a fair bit of boot space. I would say instead of being able to lie things down, you can definitely stack your way up. And the lovely thing is that they've actually dug in the boot there a little bit, just to give you that little bit of extra space. I'd say if you're going on a day trip, you can easily pack, you know, the tent, the cool box, everything of a sort really there. And I mean, this is for if you have a 7-seater, but you don't have to get a Sharan for having 5 kids. You could easily get a Sharan for 2, 3 kids. I myself, when I was younger, I was in a 7-seater car, and it was just me and my little sister, and we took advantage of all that extra space by going on family trips out, and it was so easy, and so, you know, there was just so much space, and we just loved loading ourselves up into the truck and just going out there with everything we'd need to have a great family day out. So to do that, you'd need to take down these seats, and of course you can do it very, very easily. In fact, I'm going to do it with one finger. So you can see, you just pull that all the way there. All right, I got a bit cocky there. 2 fingers is what you need, and you can see you just push it down and it just goes down nice and easy there. And we even have a lovely bit of carpet there that you can fold over to get rid of it as well. And you can see once you put that down, I mean, the car itself really opens up. Let's try it again. So 2 fingers right there, you clamp that, you push forward, and you dig down right there. Beautiful. And you pull that carpet over there and you have all this space in the boot. Now, if you've got a family with 2 or 3 kids, maybe you're a single person, maybe you're in a relationship and you just want that extra space, how can you pass up all this space that this car offers you? I mean, you could live in this car. There's that much space in there. There is nothing that you're not going to be able to fit in this motor vehicle and fit comfortably as well. You're not going to have to cram or squash anything in there. That is what the Sharan can offer you. Coming on down here, let's have a look at the fog lights. And of course, I just want to point out, because we're all about transparency's sake, you can see these 2 little chips right there. We've got a little bit of a skirmish right there as well. And if we follow along, you're starting to see, this is the area where you're starting to see the age of the vehicle as it goes across. You know, it's not all the way over. And again, it doesn't affect the way the car handles or operates, but we want to point it out to you because we want you to come on down, meet the team, have a day out, see the car, and most importantly, not see any surprises. So we want to point them out right now. We're on the same team, we're on the same page. No surprises in person. As you can see, here's our tinted glass. And again, down this side, we've just got beautiful straight lines all the way up and down. We've got a very, very small little thing right there. Again, I'm just pointing it all out to you for transparency's sake. Right there, again, doesn't affect the way the car handles or operates. It's purely cosmetic, but again, we're about transparency, so I just want to point it out to you. Let's come on down to this alloy here, and again, it's the exact same as we've seen before. Perfectly functional, in great nick, but just has that blemishing around the middle as well there. Let's follow our beautiful straight skirt back to the front, back to where it all started, and check out our final alloy. And this one is the creme de la creme of all of them. You can even see beautiful shiny caliper behind it. We've got ourselves a winner. It's a car that's definitely been used. There's definitely been some miles accrued on it, but the fact that it's been so sensibly maintained and looked after, lest we forget as well, it's in our possession now, so we've been servicing it, we've been maintaining it also on top of that, and you've got a car that's had a life but still has so many more lives ahead of it and so many more adventures to go on. And when you've got this size, when you've got the amount of bodies that you can cram into this thing, right there as well, with our gloss silver wing mirrors, with the safety indicators, then you have got a car that is going to take you wherever you need to go. Let's open up. Absolutely gorgeous right there, and take a look at what we'll be sitting on. Now, these are gorgeous seats right here, and I just want to point out as well, have a look at all that legroom that you're affording in there. It's not just about the amount of seats you can cram in, it's also about how comfortable those seats can be. And as you can see here, we got ourselves some plump, comfy seats with ISOFIX child locking points there. Not just a boring stock black as well. I promise you, these seats are breathable, they are comfortable, and they're loaded with legroom. We also have our fitted floor mats in there as well. Loads of headroom as well. Very, very comfortable ride. If you're going on a long journey, if you're driving, we used to get on the ferry and drive all the way to Spain. It would take us a day and a half. You know, my father was the kind of man who would drive for 18 hours straight because that's what he liked to do. And I never really took much notice of it because I was in a lovely, comfortable seat, just like this one. Probably not even quite as comfortable as this one. I would have loved to have been in this one. This is a bit like the Rolls Royce of 7-seaters. But you never really paid much attention. It cooled all levels of tension because you had a comfy seat, and the hours, they just flew away as you were looking out the window at all the wonderful scenes. Having a look over here as well, you can see it also comes with a 12-volt charging point. You can see there, and a lovely little pocket. I think that just pulls out there with a couple of cup holders. I mean, that just makes it so much easier. If you're going on a long journey, you know, kids are always going to get thirsty. I know I was a very thirsty boy, and having the cup holders built in there just makes it a little bit safer and a little easier to clean as well, because nothing gets spilled soda out, does it? Now, as we can see here, we've got our electric front and rear windows, got our child locks, that's very, very helpful, and our electric mirror controls right there as well. Now, you can see the black on it has come off. Not going to hide that at all, that's just what it is. However, it still works a dream. Still works a dream, and I tend to find you can get a bit of blue tack, make a ball, bung it on there, and it works just as, if not better, than it would. Obviously, we're not going to do that, because we don't want to hide anything from you. We're all about transparency here at Emerald, and that is what comes with the car. Coming on down here, we have our speaker system. We've got a beautiful big bad door pocket, as you can see right there. Got our lighting controls built in right there, and we've got a driver and navigator seat that match the 5 in the back, in that they're very comfortable, very breathable. They're not that boring stock black, and they look in very, very good nick. I'm not seeing any stitches or seams out of place, and in fact, for a car that's this old with this many miles on the clock, it looks like the inside has been very well respected, because I'm not seeing stains, I'm not seeing scratches, and most importantly, I'm not seeing tears, rips, or anything of the sort. Let's hop on inside and have ourselves a looky loo at everything that we have to offer in this car. First and foremost, we've got our 6-speed gearbox set here in beautiful gloss black with all the chrome trimmings around it too. Our electric parking brake, there we go, put it on with auto hold as well, because if you're moving this much mass, this much humanity, you're going to need the parking brake and the auto hold. And of course, they've thrown it into 12-volt charging point down there, couple of cup holders built in, and underneath our lovely soft and smooth leather armrest, we have ourselves an Aux Input, another 12-volt charging point, and immediate input there as well. Fantastic. Everything that you could possibly need, and so easily arranged around you. Coming over here, we have a traction control. We've got a little pocket there, so if you want to put your phone, put your wallet, put your keys, somewhere nice and safe, but always in arm's reach, not in the way, you've got that little pocket right there. Coming up, we have our dual zone climate control with front and rear windscreen demister. Now let me tell you right here, winter is coming, and this, my friends, is going to be a lifesaver. Surrounded by chrome, as everything here is. Early mornings in winter, if it's been a frosty night, this is going to save you hours of time, let me tell you. To be fair, the dual zone climate control in general is going to save you tons of time, because if you're anything like me, you're driving with your better half. I mean, me and my other half, we are never the same temperature at the same time. So instead of having a bit of tension, you know, you can just bit of that for me, bit of that for you. And I tell you what, when you inevitably change your mind, click it on the sync and you can have a bit of mine as well. It only works that way around though, so works for me definitely. Tell you what I'm going to do, because we're sat in the car and the car is ever so lovely, I'm going to get my key out. Yeah, I'm going to get my key out. We're going to bung it in. We're going to get the there we go, and it gives us a great chance to have a look at the steering wheel there as well. Now you can see we have steering wheel controls there in black with the chrome trim around. This of course is our Bluetooth telephone connectivity controls right there. And over here we have our media controls over there as well. So again, you know, even if you're driving by yourself, the car has the steering wheel controls, so you don't risk 6 points of your license dangling your hands over there and away from the wheel. Coming here, you can see we have our radio. Now, beautiful thing about this radio is you've got a DAB, FM, and AM radio. Fantastic, all set against this beautiful gloss black, and with CD in there as well. So if you're not fancying radio, you can go onto media and you see you can have a choice of CD or aux media in as well. So maybe if you're not a fan of burning CDs, maybe you're not like my generation, it's all on your phone, it's all on your music player, your iPod, all that stuff. Connect it via the aux input with a handy dandy lead and you can play it through the car. Nice and easy. Easy peasy, I must say. As you can see as well, we also have a variety of setups as well. In terms of stations, maybe you can get your news, get your radio text, all that good stuff. Also very, very easy to access there, set against the gloss black in the interior of this cabin. Speaking of the interior of the cabin, you can see again it matches the exterior. If anything, it improves on the exterior, because we have not a single sign of a blemish, a mark, a scratch, a scrap, anything whatsoever. It's in great condition. I particularly love this little silver line that they've put in, goes all the way around there just like that. Fantastic. You can see it just follows up right there. And I'll tell you what we'll do as well, we'll have a look. As you can see, there's 73,315 miles on the clock. Let's round it to 74,000 miles on the clock. Now admittedly that may seem like a scary number, you know, bloody hell, 73,000 miles on the clock. Well, the big thing you have to take into account is what you're getting from the car. Now, you're getting a car with all the features still intact. You got your dashboard tray right in there. You got your radio. You've got your dual zone climate control. You got your gearbox. You got your traction control. You've got all these space-saving features. Like you've got this little thing up there. You see it right there, where you can put not one but two sunglasses. You also have one for the back row. this massive tray that opens up. Got your interior lighting, as you can see. Got your vanity mirrors, as you can see there. And most importantly, you have all the space in the world and 2 sliding doors. You know, you also have legroom in the front. You have the fitted floor mats. You have the electric parking brake. 73,315 miles. You're getting all this car, and the price is purely dictated by the mileage in this instance. You're basically getting a car that still has so much more life to go. But need I say, it's undergone our Emerald 128 point check, so it is A1 mechanically cleared. There is nothing to worry about in terms of the car. It runs great. It has so much more potential to give, and there are so many more journeys it's going to make. Completely full with everyone loaded in the back. You shouldn't have to worry. It's not as bad as you'd think. I, for one, would much rather have a vehicle with high mileage that has been looked after this sensibly than have one with lower mileage that has potentially been ragged to hell. You know, you never want a car that's had the life driven out of it. The fact that this one's got 74,000 miles, you know, with 8 years of life means, yes, it has been used, but it hasn't been excessively overused or abused. It's just been sensibly handled, sensibly used, sensibly maintained. And now it's time to move on to the next chapter of its life, the next 5 years of adventures. And I reckon it could be, or it should be, with someone like you. Plus, it also comes with a very cute air freshener. So hopefully that wins you over as well. Let's have a look. Finally, let's conclude our tour with the engine itself. Now, of course, the car is lovely to look at all around. The seats are nice, you know, all the gadgets work, and this is all down to the condition of the engine. And the car came in pretty damn good condition, but we just had to make sure, we had to double check, and that's why we have the big green tick. The Emerald inspection, the 128 point check. Now, the AA themselves, they only do a 100 point check, but for us, that was not good enough. We are the UK Independent Dealer of the Year, and for us, that means we hold a responsibility to the whole motor trade industry at large. The standards we set will triple down, and that's why we thought, let's take the opportunity to increase the standards to where we feel they should be. We are a family-run dealership, and that doesn't just mean that you can walk through that door, wipe your feet, have a drink, and have a chat with me and any of the staff. I mean, obviously that'll happen, but that's just customer service. That's just how we treat people. That's how we treat good people, especially here in the Black Country. No, what it means is our stock is always insured to go out as if it would go out to a family member. And that's how I mean that in terms of, would I give the keys to the Sharan to my mother, to my grandmother, to my brother, to my son, to my dog, to my goldfish? Would I feel safe handing the keys over? Is the car safe, secure? Is anything going to happen? Can I sleep at night knowing that they're, you know, off up the shop, getting the milk, getting the bread, whatever mothers do when I'm not there? I don't know. Would I feel safe? Would I have peace of mind? Well, that is why we have the Emerald 128 point check, which means anything that could be looked at is looked at, anything that could be checked has been checked, and anything that needs inspecting has undergone inspection. Oh, peace of mind, solidarity. I can finally sleep. And that's why we do the 128 point check. And I promise you, no other dealership not only offers that check, but instills it in every piece of stock they have available on their website and on their forecourt. But we do, because when it comes to cars, when it comes to safety, especially family vehicles like this, for us, there is no amount of effort that is too much. You have to make sure they're safe, secure, in good nick, and going to the right people. They're well maintained, well serviced. You just have to make sure all the boxes are ticked, because these things can make or break a family. There's such high risk, high reward if you don't pick the right one. That's why we always get the best stock at Emerald, and that's why we always go the extra mile to ensure that that stock stays the best, if not exceeds it when it comes on here. Because if there's anything that comes up during a 128 point check, anything that's not gold star, absolutely perfect, then we always make sure that we look into that, we resolve that, we fix that, because if it's not, it's just not good enough. And I wouldn't be wasting my time talking to you for 20 minutes about it if it just wasn't good enough. Because you don't deserve that. You deserve a car that is good enough. A used vehicle that will take you wherever you need to go and be more than reliable for the next 5+ years. So that's why we do our 128 point check. So thank you so much for watching this video. I do really appreciate it. Have having 90 minutes of your time is a true honor, and I really do appreciate it. But if there's anything else that you'd like to know about this or any other vehicle that we have in stock here at Emerald, please do not hesitate to get in contact with me, get in contact with any member of staff here at Emerald. We love having the chat, we love having the crack, we love getting the kettle on, whacking the biscuits out, and helping you, handing over information to help you feel more safe, secure, informed, and most importantly, empowered when starting your car buying journey. Buying a car is potentially the second biggest investment you are ever going to make in your life, so it makes sense to take your time, think it through, and take advice from people who know cars. Now, we're not here just to, oi, you, take the car, you like this one. It's not about that. It's about helping you find the right car for you and helping you get that car. So let's come on down, let's have a chat, and let's see if this car is right for you. I think it is, because it's a wonderful vehicle. It's got a lot of positives, a lot to offer. And if it turns out it's the right car for you, well, let's make it happen. Let's get this puppy financed. Let's get it on your drive. And let's make the next 5 years the best damn 5 years on the road that we can. Thank you ever so much. Stay safe.